So the Retool team just got back from AWS reInvent, and while we were there, we were constantly using these badge scanners to scan people's badges who we talked to and keep track of who we had conversations with. But over the 3 days that we were in the booth, we started brainstorming, new feature ideas and things that we could do to kind of change the app and make it kind of how we wanted. And so once we got back, I decided to see if we could rebuild the AWS reInvent badge scanner app in Retool. And turns out you can. This is what it looks like. You can see we have our scan badge component here at the top. And this is kind of the most useful component of the app. It's our NFC scanner component, without which we couldn't scan any of the data that we need. This badge populates either this form with the data from the badge, or you can populate it manually. And the only really tricky thing about this is that we had to write this query here to decode some of the data that's actually on the badge itself. But once this is decoded, we can get the first name, last name, and company name of the person whose badge we're scanning. We can save it into Retool DB, and we're good to go. We've stored exactly who we've talked to. So let's take a look at how this works. So to show you how this works, I need two things. I have my phone that's actually running our badge scanner app, and then I have my actual AWS reInvent badge. And so what I'm able to do here is click on the scan badge button, and you'll see that it says ready to scan. It wants me to approach an NFC tag. This is where I'll take my reInvent badge and just touch it to the back. And you can see that it reads the tag and populates the first name, last name, and company from my badge. I can add some notes here. And I can decide how the person said they wanted us to follow up with them, either email, phone, or text. I can decide if this is a hot lead. So in this case, if someone was really ready to get started using Retool and they wanted to talk to a salesperson right away, I could mark this as a hot lead, and then I can click on save. That's where it tells me the lead was successfully saved. And this is where the second part of the app comes in. So over here in the search tab, you can search, both by a company that a person's a part of. So you can see, Cloud Tech Corp, CloudBridge Systems, or we can search for a particular person if we know their name here. And you'll notice that if it's a hot lead, someone that was marked as like needing to talk to them right away, they have a little fire emoji next to their name. So it's not super fancy, but it's a pretty cool rebuild of an existing badge scanner app. And it's all thanks to Retool's mobile app builder and the NFC component.